What's up, you guys? So this video I just filmed a little bit ago, and I just wanted to say that this video pretty much is about me talking about my path, where I come from, and then as well the occult community and the things. I don't go in depth, but the things that I've seen, what I understand, and kind of the things that you should look out for when it comes to certain magicians. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. What's up, you guys? Welcome to Occult Cat TV. I'm your host, O'Shea. As well, you can call me Atsanu, for that is my magical name. The name that I choose to use as an occult writer as well. So today I got on here to talk about. Sorry about my voice. I've been talking so much. So the direction of this channel will be shifting, and I've had a lot of updates, or I've been showing updates, but I've had a lot of downloads lately. And the thing is, when I got onto this path, and I'll probably talk about more in a later video, but my name's Occult Cat TV, right? I got into the occult to better myself, to become more disciplined, to become a stronger individual, not of ego, right? A lot of people get into the occult and they want to manifest money, they want to manifest like, not that manifesting these things doesn't matter, right? Manifest a lover, a car, wealth, and you look at all these spirits in the Goetia, right? That this spirit can get you money, this spirit can do this spirit can do that, all these physical things, to the point that we forget that not everything is physical. A lot of us forget our journey. We forget the path because we get so caught up in the flash, the glitz and the glam. You know what I'm saying? Has this ever happened to you? Like a salesman, has this ever happened to you? No, but has this ever happened to you where you're following your path and everything's good, and then the thing is, maybe you don't have money in your account, maybe you need to pay rent, you feel that you're in a scarcity. Now the thing is, all these trials are meant to make you, not break you. And that's the thing. That is, if you're walking the qliphothic path, if you're working with these spirits, they're there to test you as initiators, as guides along the path. They're not the ones exactly testing you, but administering the tests and seeing how you're doing. For myself, I look at life, I'm a shaman, right? I got into into the occult as a shaman. I embrace witchcraft and as well ceremonial magic. And for myself, I blended all of them because at the end of the day, a magician uses their imagination, their visualization, their willpower. Why do we have these things if it's not to overcome these trials? Because that's the thing. It's people forget we need to overcome the trials. That's why we have spirits, right? That's why we have these spirits to help us to understand this matrix and this world. I thank you, Hecate. I thank you, Hecate, for all that you've done. I've worn this on my neck for probably about 3 months now, maybe 4 months. And this is a dedication piece, almost like an altar piece around my neck for Hecate, for the dragons. And then it has a dragon on it, and then as well a key. Because I embrace the dragon energy, the draconian energy. I walk the path of the dragon. I don't exactly have a word for the path in which I walk. I've taken from different cultures, different religions, different places, right? As we should. Sometimes we understand that we can't, right? A lot of people kind of understand you can't just take voodoo, right, African deities, and start working with them if you're not connected. And that's the thing, you must be aligned to the current in which you are working with. The more that you choose to align yourself to that current, that's what creates or becomes your magical system that is now drawing down that information. A lot of people don't have a magic system. Either they have not taken the time to develop one of their own using what they've learned, or they don't have a foundation because maybe they don't know where to go, who to trust. I've found myself at a standstill at the moment because there's authors that I used to read, that I used to trust, and I understood that they didn't know, and they didn't know because of their beginnings. I'm not going to name any authors in this video, but for myself, I've looked at these authors, I've looked at their works. I've been told by sources that I truly trust and know that these authors are not good for me, that these authors are not good for the community. There's a lot of authors that just plagiarize. They plagiarize their work. And for myself, I use people's books to help them to understand, or to help either my clients or my channel understand things. I purchased a long time ago The Queen of Hell by Mark Allen Smith. Yes, I've used it a lot. And the thing is, I'm not trying to push the book, but if you do desire to go out and get it, I do recommend. It is an amazing read. It's one where you will truly align yourself to the Atlantean current. You will, through that book, you can work with Hecate, Lucifer, Belial to understand the primal trident. This is a book I trust. This is an author that I trust. But as well, on top of that, I want to say that, guys, I've been reinitiating in the things that I used to do, but I'm removing my past. I'm looking at my past, I'm dissecting, I'm understanding. But the thing is, I made a lot of mistakes along my path in my past. And I've had to recover from them. I've had to align myself and always continue to align to source. And now I finally feel that I've found my source. I feel that I understand and can see the path I am walking. So the thing is, do I know your path? No. No, I don't. But the thing is, I know the path that I walk, I know the path that I follow, and I see that people lead Lucifer to me. People lead Hecate to me. Or Hecate led people to me. Different beings have led people to me. And I didn't take this so severe, or I didn't used to take this so severe as I do now, because for myself, I thought it was just a channel. I thought it was just a conduit. But I'm really starting to understand that my words have influence not only to me or my community, but throughout the whole occult community. I've started to understand that I'm being watched by certain people in a good way, as I should be, right? The thing is, whenever someone steps up to say that they are a mentor of the occult, to say that they work with Hecate, to say that they work with Lucifer or these beings, you should really look into them. Even look into me. If you feel that I'm not worthy of your time, do not give me any of your time. I am not a god. I am not above anybody. But as well, I don't look at as I'm below anybody either. Merely what I do is teach the occult from the best of my knowledge. And I've started to understand that even if you have the best intentions with teaching the occult, you can still lead people astray. You can still be wrong. But as long as you choose to embrace your source at the end of the day and to align yourself to that which you are needed to, then you will always be accepted by these beings. You will always be accepted by this path, because it's okay to make mistakes, guys. It's okay to make mistakes. I'm someone that thought I couldn't make mistakes, and I tried so hard not to make mistakes that I accidentally let a very severe mistake slip through. And I've talked about it on my channel already, so I'm not going to go into it. Well, if you know, you know. But since that day, I've really chosen to realign myself. And the thing is, I've never released an occult book. I've never released spells or rituals, and I finally understand and realize why. I'm someone that wanted to fully gain an understanding of the occult. I've been everywhere, guys. I've practiced necromancy, different forms of magic from Hindu magic, or like Shiva magic, Shiva and Kali, right, to Egyptian magic. And the thing is, I wasn't initiated in any of these. I felt the beings calling to me, so since they called to me, I felt the need to work with them. For my path, I started off Buddhist, right? For my path, I started off Buddhist. And the thing is, I didn't I love demons. I love the symbolism and imagery of demons. I felt myself to be a very dark individual, not really externally, but more just internally. I used to write dark poetry all the time, actually. And I look back at it. I love Nietzsche as a philosopher. I used to love his nihilism. But and yeah, so Buddhism really helped me out. Meditation, discipline, right? So I started to do these things, mostly more meditation than actual discipline. My cat, click the click the pause thing. So for myself, I started off in the Buddhist path, really not knowing anything about spirituality. I was someone where I grew up. Hey, there's no one around me that really knew this stuff. I read books on philosophy, but to me that was pretty much the extent of spirituality. I didn't know what meditation was, getting into Buddhism or anything like that. I just felt very I vibed with Buddha. I vibed with Buddhism because at the beginning of this, or when I was into Buddhism, I watched a lot of anime. So I saw a lot of Buddhist perspectives, a lot of Buddhist reflections within those shows. And I loved that because anime truly teaches you something that no other country can teach you. No other like form of like movie or music, right? No other conduit can teach you. Anime taught me a lot about emotions and caring for people and understanding reality, right? A lot of these Buddhist quotes, a lot of these Buddhist energies. Kuan Yin. I worked with Kuan Yin for a long time, and I love Kuan Yin. I still do, right? So I can be Buddhist and still work with demons. I can be Buddhist or work with Kuan Yin and still work with demons. Or daemons, right? At the end of the day, we can always choose to follow the path in which we desire, but at the same time, a lot of us are aligned to certain paths for a reason. We feel the need to walk down them, to study them, to understand them, to cultivate that energy, and at some point we might even leave that system. Does that mean that all that we had for was not that all that we had was forgotten? No, no, this does not mean it was forgotten. The thing is, you learned something. You might not have learned what you wanted or found what you wanted within those systems, but you learned something, right? Take that knowledge, take that truth. There's truth within all systems of magic. Take that knowledge and take that truth and cultivate it. Use it. I learned from Buddhism I can meditation, stillness, discipline of the mind, right? As Buddhism or yoga is more for emptying the mind. It's just like Hinduism or Hindu magic. I felt that someone said that Hindu magic is for your true self, for awakening the true self, and I could definitely understand that because I worked with Shiva as well. Right after Buddhism, I was led to doing Kundalini yoga work. I got into like innocence chakra work and stuff like that, and now I don't really fuck with that because I unified my system and my being. But at the same time, that is needed for people that are entering into the spiritual path to as well to better understand themselves, right? So chakras might not be for everybody. Someone might walk into the path and realize I don't need chakras. I can just work. My whole body is a chakra. The crown isn't even a chakra. It's the crown. They just call it the crown, and then everyone started saying chakra. So you can learn you can learn so much from these different paths that if you just stick to one, you're never going to learn it. You're never going to know what you need to find from one thing. I have to admit that. I've been everywhere and I get bored of this, or not exactly bored, but I get bored of this, I get bored of that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I don't get bored of truth. So, and I don't negate any forms of truth. So if I find truth in the Bible, I will listen with open eyes, realizing that that's a channeling. That just because it's Bible, but I work with demons, I won't read the Bible. Like, you sound fucking stupid. People that say that sounds stupid. It wasn't until I actually worked with demons, or air quotes daemons, right? Lucifer, Abaddon, the Goetia, that I actually started to read the Bible with an open mind, right? So I actually started to understand why the Bible's there. And there are truths in it, just like there's truths in the Quran, just like there's truths in the Queen of Hell, just like there's truths in Egyptian magic, in Shiva magic, Just like there's truth in Buddhism. There's truth all around us. Everything is truth. Everything is source at the end of the day. And all we are doing is aligning ourselves to source. Always ever aligning ourselves to source. Right? Through the many different paths or the kaleidoscope of this reality in which we're viewing from. Because the kaleidoscope is many lenses in which we are viewing from our perception. And if you removed the kaleidoscope or the lenses, we have one lens of perception. So why is it we need the kaleidoscope? Why is it there? It's so that we have duality. It's so that we understand the different polarities of this reality, right? There's, I guess, the dualities could be, I guess, hot and cold. Like I didn't want to go with the normal ones, but hot and cold, right? We have to experience hot to know what cold is. We have to experience cold to know what hot is. We have to, Kitty. We have to know ourselves. Kitty, hi. She just wants to be by me. Okay. There, yeah. There. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, she says yeah. Okay, so. Okay, I hope that's good for you, kid. So, we dog and cat, right? There's so many. Hey, and then my dog came up. So there's so many different polarities, and oh, my kitty knocked over. There's so many different polarities in which there are, just like the kaleidoscope that I was just talking about, right? Even chakras are a polarity in chakra work. That's polarities. So if you need to understand, or that's duality. If you need to understand the dualities within yourself, that's why we'd work with the chakras, to understand the different dualistic aspects of ourself that make up our psyche, that make up who we are. Because when you think of our perception and the way in which we view reality, our perception stems from our chakras or our energetic system. So if our energetic system is unaligned, imbalanced, then it's harder for us to determine or to look at life clearly. So once you align and unify all your chakras, you're looking through, instead of 7 lenses, 1 lens. And that becomes one lens of perception. And then as we follow that one lens, that is our source. So it's about unifying yourself, masculine, feminine, embracing, yes, the dualities at first, understanding them, but then unifying yourself into one being, into one core essence, which won't happen from one meditation or one working, right? But it will happen over time as you unlock those aspects of yourself. Because the thing is, we won't always feel whole, or we won't, at least until we understand ourselves. And that's polarity as well. We must not know who we are in order to know who we are, right? And it's really funny because it's like, you must have money to make money. And I wish it wasn't in that way, but in a sense it is in that way, you know? So it's like you have to know your soul to have your soul. And it's like, but how do I know my soul if I don't know it? And that's like, that's why we come here. That's why we go through the different polarities. That's why we go through the different phases of ourselves, right? I was a nerd, then I had my rap phase, then I had my goth phase, right? Then I had my like fuckboy phase, and then I had like classiness, dressing classy. And that, out of anything, the last phase that I went into, dressing classy, although I like all the phases and I like dressing so many different ways, I love dressing classy. I love a nice dress shirt or a nice dress suit, or a nice like suit in a sense. And it took me going through all those different phases to realize what I loved. And it's the same with your spiritual path, right? Whether you're embracing Egyptian magic, like Hindu magic, Shiva magic, Daemon magic, working with the Goetia. Embrace all of these things. Buddhism, meditation, disciplines, yoga, biking, sports, exercise, the gym. Kitty, careful. These are all there for you. They're all a part of the world and aspects of the world. And to limit yourself to one thing is kind of naive. It's kind of ignorant. But when you start to like branch out and understand things, right? We all need to start from somewhere, definitely. And then it's from starting in that one place we branch out. For me, it was Buddhism. Buddhism gave me a good, clean, clear gateway into understanding spirituality, understanding the spiritual path, understanding energies, and that energies are even there. And for myself, it was from Buddhism that I was led to. I believe it was Egyptian magic right after that. I was studying Shiva and Ganesh kind of. I think I started working with Ganesh and okay, it was pretty much at the same time. I started working with Ganesh and Horus, or Ganesh and Thoth at the same time because I wanted to better myself in my writings. So they're both writing deities, so why not use them? I didn't use them together, but just, sit down, I write for Ganesh, then later on I sit down and write for Thoth, and then sit down, what can I think of? Right? And then I start putting it on paper. And then from the Egyptian pantheon, that's when I started getting into demons and the Goetia work. Thoth kind of led me or Thoth and Horus led me to working with the Goetia, and then working with, when I was working with Shiva, right? So at the same time, kind of, I was doing Kundalini exercises. So I was working with so many different pantheons all at once, but they were all benefiting me in different ways because I was not separating them in my mind, but it's like, okay, I do yoga with Shiva and Ganesh, and then I do some writing after. And then it's like I go into ritual and I work with Thoth, Horus, Ma'at, Isis. So I have a heavy background in Egyptian magic, and then as well, I guess yogic magic, or you could say Hindu magic. And the thing is, Hindu or the yogic path helped me to, and as well, I walked the yogic path. I used to meditate for hours a day, like 3 hours a day. And then at some point, not that I don't feel the need to meditate that much, but it's like life is a meditation. All of life is a meditation. And if you are in a subtle state, you are always meditating. And that's what you have to understand. Like yoga is unification, or it's either to be or to unify, unification with the self. You're always unified. So life is yoga. Everything is yoga. To do yoga, that's different, right? We do yoga. And then that's when we're doing an act or form or pose, and then choosing to channel the universal energies that way. Whereas at the same time, when we meditate as well, we're channeling the universal energies. So if you meditate enough, do enough yoga, that's when you start to channel these universal energies, you could say, of source. And then this allows you to become your greatest version from you cultivating these energies. So at the end of the day, guys, give nothing away to other beings, right? Don't hail them, don't praise them. Be grateful, be thankful, be humble. Right? Give back to them, give offerings, give love, give writings, make a book for a being, right? And that love will come back to you. So if anything with this video, guys, I just want to say that I'm grateful for this path that I walk. I'm grateful for the life that I live. I've had a near death before, right? And it's because I've had this near death that I'm so humble. Because for me, every day is a blessing. I don't know that many people that have had, I guess you could say, the blessing that I have, where my life was stripped away, and in those moments I was given chances to come back, and I chose to come back. So now every day is a blessing. I'm grateful for every day, and I want to make the most out of it. I want to truly embrace my greatest version each and every day with discipline, skill, meditation, yoga, talking to you guys, helping you guys to uplift yourself and to evolve. And just know that this is why I started going into more life coaching, conscious coaching, self-help. And these videos are to empower you and motivate you. So I haven't stepped away from my old path, from what I used to show with, right, demons and the Goetia and Lucifer and devilism, and right. The thing is, I haven't changed. I've merely evolved. The thing is, you can work with these beings and you can talk about them and you can praise them, yes, and I'll keep talking about them because I'm grateful for all that they've given me. But at the same time, at the end of the day, your guides, your higher self, your greatest version, your daemon, wants you to embrace them wants you to embrace these energies and use them in your daily life. So cultivate discipline in meditation with maybe Ganesh or Shiva, and then take that into your life and be disciplined, right? Learn compassion and love from Kuan Yin, from Buddha, and then bring that into your life and be compassionate and loving. So, pretty much I just got on here to vent my thoughts, tell you guys a little bit more about myself, and help you guys to understand the path that I walk. So I will be going more in depth on the path that I walk and everything that I do in later videos. And just know I'll keep with yes, the Goetia and videos on demons and spirits, but as well I'm going to be bringing more of an Egyptian magic to this page, and as well talking about Shiva and Ganesh and these beings and how they can as well help you. I'm balanced. I work with all beings in the name of love. And any being that I feel connected to, that is what I work with, whether it be daemon, angel, or God. So, or deity in a sense. So guys, motivation doesn't fucking matter. Stay disciplined, stay meditating, stay educated, stay elevated, guys, and most importantly, stay hydrated. With this video, that was Occult Cat TV. I'm your host, O'Shea, as well you can call me Atsanu. So if you guys would like to book a conscious coaching or life coaching in any way, the things would be down below. I as well do occult coaching with a different price. So if you do need help in the occult in any way, I can help you with that. So with that, guys, I hope you have a beautiful and loving day. Namaste. You guys got this. You guys got this. Peace, and I'm out. Go do the things that you love. Right? You watch this video, go do what you love, go discipline yourself. Write your own book, guys. Like, make your own videos, make your channel. Drop it down below if you want. Who knows? Maybe I'll subscribe. Maybe we could even have a chat or something like that. Live chat. Because I'm going live tonight at 8 o'clock, guys. So that is 8 PST or PT, whatever it's called. So if you guys wanted to tune into that, there will be more live lectures. So hope you have a good one. Peace.